Welcome everybody. So today we're going to be talking about what could happen. How are we going to finish off the 2020 season for Supercross? Because as you know, a bunch of races got canceled. The only two races on the market are, let me try to remember this, Vegas and Salt Lake. That's right. And how does it affect outdoors, MX of Nations, Monster Cup, the MXGP? How does it affect them? What's going on right now? So I'm going to give you all a timeline on how I found out everything and where I was when these races were getting canceled. So, okay. If you don't know me, I'm actually big in the Pixar thing as well. So, I'm excited for this new Soul movie to come out, as you know. So, I'm getting the confirmation, so Thursday I'm at the hospital, and we're just gonna get right into it. Thursday I am at the hospital, and we are getting some tests done at the hospital, and I see that my favorite YouTube channel is gonna get Soul. They're gonna talk about that new trailer that just dropped. And I was like, okay, I'll watch that. And that's kind of when everything went haywire. I watched Start Your Systems video on the Daytona recap, and that's when I first heard about the rumblings for Seattle. And I was like, okay, maybe Seattle gets canceled, but we still go racing in Indianapolis this weekend. I guess what happened is Seattle dropped that 250 people limit on the people gatherings, the event gatherings, and that kind of screwed everyone. So Seattle got canceled. I think it was March 11th. Was it? I think it was March 11th that got canceled. Then the next day we were talking about, well, Indianapolis is in jeopardy too. And I guess what had happened, and this was kind of confirmed on the Vinyl MX video that, I don't know what that guy's name is, but he made a video on it when it was actually canceled, and Dirtworks Alex made a video on this when it was canceled. That track was built, teams were there. According to Daniel Blair, TV crew was there. They had done their meeting on storylines. We were going racing in Indianapolis. And apparently what happened was they were going to do it with no fans. And apparently what happened was, sorry if the wind's getting in the way right now. It is so cold. So we were going racing. It's all set up. Might as well go racing with no fans. And then a few hours, literally within 2 hours, the press release came out that Indy was canceled. Everyone go home. And I know I watched an interview with Shane McElrath and Will Hahn, I think. So McElrath literally got to Indianapolis, flew out of San Diego on Thursday. That's cool, because I was in San Diego Thursday getting some checkups, and was in the area, was near the San Diego airport, so I was close to Shane. And he basically, Shane McElrath had said that they were there. They got to Indianapolis. 30 minutes later, they learned the race was canceled, and they got right back to San Diego. So I think they are in town right now. I'm near Lake Elsinore. I'm right in the middle of the moto scene, so it's big out here, guys. It's big out here. I'm not going to tell you exactly where I live, the exact town, but I will tell you the area. So then Will Hahn, I can't remember what Wilbur Hahn said. Will Hahn, if you didn't know, 2013 East Coast champion. And he's the team manager for Star Racing Yamaha 250 team. So that's Ferrandis, Cooper, McElrath, and Nichols, but he's not right. He wasn't riding 2020. He was saying he was there and it got canceled, so I guess he flew back or something. Looked like the interviews were in Corona, so Corona, California, that is. Shout out to anyone in Corona watching this. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And then I guess like within 5 hours, that press release came out that Indy canceled, Detroit canceled, Seattle canceled, Denver canceled, and what's the next one? Foxborough. So that's 5 races right there. So that leaves us with 2. So and I'm very sad for Denver because I was looking forward to Denver for ever since it came out that it was going to be on the schedule. Now, I think I kind of touched on this on my last video in the yard. Stadium availability. Since I've made that video, I have listened to some podcasts about it. I know Moto Aftermath Show came out with one. I've listened to a little bit of Pulp MX, like 2 hours of that one. And I've listened to Main Event Moto. Stadium availability is very hard, guys. Like, even if, like, I don't remember what show it was. I think it was Main Event Moto was saying that that's why they're doing St. Louis second round, Las Vegas not the final round. Like, stadium availability, I guarantee you they were gonna do St. Louis later in the year, but like there was a concert or something going on there, so they moved it to round 2. So, and that's why it was a West race. Wanna bet that's the only reason Faulkner picked West, because that was his hometown race? I don't know. So, stadium availability is hard. But if you do it at Las Vegas, the 5-header at Vegas, which I know they talked about doing, the Supercross event that was supposed to happen on April 25th was going to be the last official race at Las Vegas. I mean, not at Las Vegas, at Sam Boyd Stadium. Which crappy stadium, by the way. I do not like that stadium at all. Like, the racing's good there sometimes. Like, I was fortunate enough to go the 2 years that something kind of big happened. I know the year I went, 2017, that was like the craziest race in Supercross ever in the last decade. I was watching that race earlier today. I'm so glad I went to that race, by the way. So, now, you're looking at, here's some things I've heard. And actually, you're looking at Salt Lake paid a ton of money to do the finals in Salt Lake. Like, they had all this advertising, like, the finals are gonna be at Salt Lake, whether there's one more race, 2 more races. And if you think about it, something I've been thinking about recently, it's cold out here. Then one thing I've been thinking about recently is the Las Vegas race. If it was a normal race, like if it was the normal schedule, if we were going to all these races, going racing at Indy, Detroit, Seattle, whatever. There go the dogs. Sorry, guys. Oh God, there's some weird people here. If we were going racing there, Las Vegas was supposed to be a Triple Crown race. That was supposed to be the next Triple Crown race. Sorry if you can hear the dog. That was supposed to be the next Triple Crown race. So, I mean, my idea was you run that Triple Crown race. Actually, let me go over something before I say that. According to Daniel Blair, I've heard in that Main Event Moto podcast, great podcast, by the way. I don't listen to it every week, but whenever something big happens in the sport, I kind of listen to everything. I'm that kind of person who wants to know everyone's view and what's going on for everyone. So, what I heard from him was you got to do at least 70% of the season to call it a championship. So, like, you can't go 10 rounds like we just did and call it a championship. That's according to Daniel Blair, and what I'm hearing is that's in the rule book. Anyone who officially knows that, please confirm that to me in the comment section down below. Please do. What else? So my thing was Triple Crown. The next Triple Crown race was going to be Vegas. So my thing was, say you cancel Vegas, because I know that they shut down the casinos there. MGM shut down their casinos at. I don't know what exact casinos that would be. I know that's MGM Grand and maybe another one. I don't know what casinos they own and don't own. I really don't know. So, I can't believe this lighting worked, honestly. Where was I? Sorry, guys. I did this in the last video. I blanked out in the last video. Ah. Casinos. So I don't know what casinos they own, but if the governor, and also I was hearing, and I actually kind of believe this, it's probably true. Anyone from Vegas or Nevada, please, watching this, please confirm this. Nevada's economy is run by gambling. So, like, all that gambling going on in Vegas, that pretty much runs the state. So that's pretty freaking cool if that's the case. Which I'm pretty, why wouldn't it be the case? So, sorry guys. So if you shut down Vegas and just say, screw Vegas, we're not doing it, do a triple header at Salt Lake. So that's a final round. Do not the double header, the Triple Crown at Salt Lake. That's the final round. But count each main event as points. Your season's done, and Salt Lake got the finale. Why not? I mean, that'd be kind of sad for Sam Boyd Stadium, because I know. But, or another thing I've heard, do a double head, do the Triple Crown at Vegas. Or this is just me doing something. Do a Triple Crown at Vegas. Each main event counts points towards the championship. And then do a doubleheader at Salt Lake. We just knocked out 6 races. We did a 16-round championship right there. Or do I don't know, 2 Triple Crowns would work. Quick math here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nah, you're going 6 rounds. My math was off the other time. Sorry, guys. So, we talked a little bit about that. And I do want to mention, if you haven't listened to Main Event Moto, someone wrote into that show saying maybe coronavirus was made up by Kawasaki and Tomac to end the championship early so that you can get the championship. There's no way that happened, but that was pretty funny to hear. I mean, people are creative. You never know. So, my question to you before we move on to another subject, leave it down in the comments below. Was Daytona the last Supercross race? Do you believe that? Leave that in the comments section below. I want to see what you guys have to say. So, in the future after Supercross, what's going to happen? Because I know the first three outdoor rounds, Hangtown, Paula or Fox Raceway, and Thunder Valley, are all in jeopardy right now, because what I heard on Main Event, I'm just going off Main Event Moto, sorry. What I heard on that podcast was the first 3 rounds are in jeopardy because they start paying for that stuff in March. That stuff gets paid for now. So, like, yes, the ban could be lifted, but I highly doubt it will. Like, the 250 people limit could be lifted by the time Hangtown comes around, the scheduled date for Hangtown comes around. But they have to make the decision now because they have advertising, food trucks, vendors, set up the track work, everything they have to go through. I don't know what it all is, but everything they have to go through. And they have to make that decision now, because say they pay for all that stuff and they say, okay, we're going racing on whatever day, May 16th or whatever it gets scheduled. It's really windy out here, guys. I think it might rain on us. say they do that, say they pay for all that stuff, and they find out they can't race on May 16th, well, that's a ton of money just blown away, like, just done for it. So, and same thing with Fox Raceway and Thunder Valley. So, because they had that break in between Thunder Valley and what's next, High Point, I believe, or it could be another round after that. Like, I know I've seen the schedule, and I don't think High Point's the 4th round, so I don't know. And another thing, who thinks MX of Nations is gonna happen now? Or is America even gonna go to MX of Nations? I really don't know. I think I've heard that it is in, what's that track called? It's in France, I believe. Dude, I just played it on MXGP Pro, too. I don't remember what the track's called. If anyone knows, please leave it down below of where MX of Nations is going to be this year. So, guys, it's cold outside. I might pick this up tomorrow. No, we can't do that. So, I don't know if MX, and honestly, what I've heard, MXGP's next race is not until the end of May, I believe. So they have, I guess, I'm kind of new to MXGP, the races down there. So I don't know if, I know they take long breaks, so their season doesn't end till like August, September. What? I don't know. They're not like motocross or supercross where they take maybe a week off here, a week off there. I really don't know. I know they take long breaks in between. So now their next race isn't until end of May. If they do that, their season's not going to end until November. And honestly, Monster Energy Cup in Carson, California, that's in jeopardy too, because say for some reason Supercross, they say, okay, we're not going to settle this championship until after Outdoors, which who knows when Outdoors is going to start. Say they don't do that for after Outdoors, and they somehow get stadium availability. Or, here's a new theory, guys. Just do Monster Energy Cup. Instead of the Monster Energy Cup, do like a 5 races at Carson. I don't think anyone would mind. I'd go to all 5 races because I'm pretty close to there. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have right now. And I do want to go over the teams. I guess the rumor is that Dylan Ferrandis is going to Red Bull KTM. What? If he does, I think he wins a 450 championship. I'll tell you that much. So, that's about it. That was all over the place, guys. Sorry, it's really cold. I try to get through this fast. That's some of the thoughts I got on this cancellation thing. Tomorrow I will have another video that I have not heard anyone talk about. The other effect that this has on moto gaming. The next one's about gaming, so guys. So, stay tuned. Remember the poll I put in the beginning of the video? Do you think that was the last Supercross event of 2020 Daytona? Leave that down below. So like and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff and you want me to report on more. Please do that. And I'll see you in the next video, and bye-bye.